guys, it's Mina. Welcome back. I'm very excited today. I have a very good friend who I've known since grade school, and we were talking about a commission piece for her, and she said that she had really liked one that I did previously called Sedona, which was a beautiful little 12 by 12 with Payne's gray and turquoise and Quinacridone Burnt Orange and gold. It was really pretty ring pour. So we were talking about doing that, and then I said I could wreck it. So that's kind of what I want to do today. I have a 20 by 20 here, and I also have a 12 by 12. So I'm going to do a small regular ring pour on the 12 by 12, and on the 20 by 20 I want to wreck the ring pour. So we can look at the two of them next to each other and see the differences that wrecking it actually does. So to that end, let me show you my colors. Okay, the first one, this is Golden's Payne's Gray. My paint is fairly thick, leaving a mound on a mound on a mound. My paint is all mixed with Liquitex Gloss, medium, and Varnish, and the paint, and some Floetrol. I'm not going to give you exact measurements because everything has changed for me in the last couple of weeks. I've had very thin Floetrol, so I'm using less of it to maintain the thickness of my paint. So this one is Payne's Gray from Golden's. This one is Quinacridone Burnt Orange. And okay, I was never really an orange fan, but I saw this color and just absolutely fell in love because this blends so beautifully with 24 karat gold, with white, next to a turquoise. It's amazing. I've used this in several of my pours, and it's probably one of my favorite colors ever. Really gorgeous color. Quinacridone Burnt Orange from Golden's. Doesn't have to be Golden's. You can get any kind that you want, but it's a beautiful deep color. And when the really cool thing about it is it stays dark, but then when you put it next to something, you get this beautiful, like especially with the gold, you get this gorgeous gradient. Really pretty. Okay, next one is Artist's Loft. Artist's Loft Naples Yellow. And really pretty. Nice, soft, buttery yellow. Kind of like a rich cream. So that's a delicious color. I love that one. I have Golden's Turquoise Phthalo. Beautiful, gorgeous color. Love turquoise. Okay, then we have our DecoArt Americana Decor Metallics in 24 karat gold. Leaving a mound on a mound. You want to keep your metallics a little bit thicker than everything else so they don't get lost. If it's thin or a little bit thinner than everything else, then you're going to just get this sheen, this sparkly finish on top of everything rather than a ribbon of color like you want. So, okay, last but not least, we have our DecoArt Americana Satin Enamels in pure white. And I did not put any Artist's Loft in here this time. So this is just the Satin Enamels. Okay, and I have a cup of that also for my base coat. Let's go ahead and get started and layer our cup. So we're going to be doing a ring pour. This one I'm going to wreck. So I'm going to layer my cup with contrast in mind to make it a beautiful ring pour. To that end, we're going to start with a little bit of gold in the center. Not a lot, just a little bit. Let's go ahead and put some burnt orange in. So we're working our way outward. Going with the Naples Yellow. I'm going to put some turquoise now. And let's put a little bit of gold in there. A little bit of white now. And some Payne's Gray. Okay, now we're going to go back to, let's put a little more gold in again. And we'll go back to the burnt orange. Some Naples Yellow. Turquoise. Some white. Payne's Gray. Gold. Burnt orange. And I think I want to end it Put some egg up. Okay, so our cup is ready. Let's put down a base coat. Sorry, we're starting to get some sun, but it'll look pretty when the sun's hitting that gold. Let's see how thin this is. It's a little bit thinner than that, but I do want to thin it out just a touch more. Give our paint something to slide around on. I'm trying not to make a mess and spill it everywhere. Can she keep the shirt clean? I probably shouldn't have said that, huh? If I hadn't said it, I would have kept it clean. Okay. Alrighty. So let's put our base coat down. So when you're putting your base coat down, you do want to make sure everything is covered, but you also want to kind of make sure that it's smooth. Okay, you don't want to have a lot of lumps. There was a painting I did a few weeks ago where I wasn't super careful with smoothing out the base coat, and when it dried I actually saw a little bit of lumpiness along the edge, which is from not smoothing out the base coat. So I'm just going to slightly tilt this just a little bit so that there's no glaringly obvious lumps. Okay, so I did decide to tilt it just a little bit more to smooth it out just a touch, because there seemed to be a lot of paint on there. Okay, let's pour this. You ready? I'm excited. Okay. Here we go. Gorgeous. There's the burnt orange with the gold. Okay, that's very pretty. Let's turn it around. That's gorgeous. Okay, we're gonna give that a second to develop. Okay, so I was gonna wreck this. This part's always hard for me. So I did some playing the other day with a comb, a wide tooth comb, which you guys will see that video. You probably already have seen that video actually. But the comb was interesting because I learned if you go through it really fast, it's gonna sort of act like a solid wall, and then when it does move through, it's gonna turn to mud. Versus then I figured out, let me try going slower, and when I went through it slower, it was actually really cool. So the last few times I've done a wreck, I've done it just kind of fast. So this time I want to actually slow down and do it a little bit slower. Let me wipe my hands off. Okay, so we have our pour, and I like it. It's beautiful. So now I want to wreck it. So a couple of things that I've figured out about wrecking it. I have found that, you know, it looks really pretty when you do it across the whole surface of it. That part ends up getting tilted off if it's near the edges. So for me, I've found it's more efficient to wreck it through the center, because that's the part that I'm going to probably stretch out the most. I've also found shorter wrecks to be prettier in their end state. So I'm going to use the stick from my burnt orange. You want to use something that's going to contrast, and I'm also going to go slow. I'm not going to do it fast. I really liked the wreck that I did in Pisces, which was the little net shape. So I think I'm going to do that again. And we're going to go just pretty much in the center. So here we go. I'm going to go this way. I'm going to try to go this way now. Okay, so that's pretty cool. I like how that looks. All right, let's tilt it. All right. So let's stretch this out and see what happens. Very cool though. Okay, I don't want to go off the edge yet. I'm going to take it back down towards the other end. So right now, this stage, we're spreading out our paint and distributing the weight of the paint across the canvas evenly. Nice and slow, you don't want to go fast. You want to come back to the center before you change direction. Okay, we're probably going to go off this corner now. Take the weight of the paint back to the center. And I'm going to go off that edge. Bring the weight of the paint back to the middle again. Okay, now we're going to go down off that corner. Okay. Take the weight of the paint back to the middle. Actually, I'm going to take a little bit more of this off. And we're going to come back to the center. And then we're going to go off that corner on the bottom. Look at it for a second. I love this part over here. This is gorgeous. This part is very pretty, but it feels like there's a lot of turquoise there, and I'd rather stretch out some of this. So I think we're going to tilt some of that off. So bring the weight of the paint to the middle, and then we're going to slide off down that side and open this all up. There we go. That's cool. If you see bumps or lumps, get them out as soon as you see it, because otherwise your paint isn't going to slide evenly. I feel like it's getting stuck on something right there. I think we're going to go back down that way a little bit and recenter your paint. Okay, I really like what's happening in here with the orange, the burnt orange and the gold in that center area, and I love how it's opening up and stretching. That's really pretty. I like that I can see the lines from the racks. I like how the paint is spread out. There. And take it back a little bit that way. So that's really pretty. I like that the rack parts are more visible. I like that I can see the lines from the racks. I like how the paint is spread out. We're going to stop right there. It's really, really pretty. Okay. So this one has a lot of turquoise in it. For the next one, I think I'd like to do maybe more of the Paynes than more of the turquoise. So I'm going to scoot this over, and then I'm going to pour our cup, and we'll do a 12 by 12 for you real quick. And I'm not going to wreck that one, and we'll see what the differences are. And now we're going to do a 12 by 12 ring pour, and we're not going to wreck it. So after looking at that one, I want more Payne's gray and less turquoise, but we're still going to do pretty much the same layering. So a little bit of gold in the center, some of the beautiful burnt orange, a little bit of the Naples Yellow. We're going to go into the Payne's gray and some gold and a little bit of white and turquoise. Then we're going to go back to the gold, and we're going to put the burnt orange in, and then a little bit of white and some of the Payne's gray. You see, I'm not real sure if I want the Payne's gray and the burnt orange touching each other, so I put the layer of white in between them, so then you'll also get the beautiful blending along that seam. Let's put some of our Naples Yellow in.
12 by 12.
Oh. You're right.
Just saying.
Layering my cup for a 12 by 12, we only need 5 ounces of paint, and we're already at, okay, like 12. Oops, thanks, honey. Okay, so we're gonna stop there. I'm just gonna put a little bit more burnt orange on the top, though. Well, I want that as my background. You hush. Okay, so I'm not gonna pour a base coat. I am just gonna pour a little puddle of gold, though. I just put a tiny bit on the edges. I guess I am pouring a base coat. I'm not gonna do this, and then she does it. Okay, we'll spread this out. If any pretty cute little cells want to pop up for us on the corners and edges, they can. You're welcome. Open invitation for cells. DecoArt paint is so amazing. I swear to God, it's just like, just lovely. A little bit on the sides, anything to grab onto that it wants to. Okay, let's do this. Okay. Canvas. Here's our extremely full cup. I may not use all of it. All right, here we go. So let's tilt this. There's a lot of paint on here. I think I need to fix this because there's too much blue on here. We lost all of our... So this is the problem with having too much paint, you see. Oh my.
Try it. Oh no, this is not a complicated.
Shh. Okay, we're just going to tilt this off. So now we have a nice smooth base coat with some beautiful lines. So that's okay. Okay, let's fill this up just a little bit more. There's still some gold left in there, so I'm not gonna put a lot. I'm gonna put some burnt orange. I think I'm gonna skip the Naples Yellow this time. And I'm just gonna layer a very small cup here. I'm not gonna put a lot of paint on here at all. There's literally maybe like 3-4 ounces in here. Let's do this again. All right, here we go. Take 2. Ready? Okay. There we go. That's cool. Wow, that's beautiful. Stop it there. I'm going to take my spatula thingy. I'm just going to fix this. Okay. All right. Now I'm excited. Here we go. Off that corner. around to the other edge. Come back to the center. We're going to go down that way. Right down the middle, and there we go. Just let it float down. That's better. Very cool. And just play with composition until it's where we want it. It's pretty good. I'm crazy about that tiny bit of blue at the very, very bottom, that baby blue color. So we'll just tilt this a tiny bit to get that off. Bye-bye. Take it back down a little bit more. And that's that. Cool. That's awesome. You see it blinging. This is interesting. So I guess that's the Payne's gray mixing with the burnt orange in that darker color. But that's pretty. I love that there's the burnt orange coming through. You can see the turquoise. You see the Payne's gray in there. Gold. Very cool. Okay. So that's done. So let me pull them both next to each other so you can see them side by side. The rec versus the non-rec. Ooh. Oh, there's the hawk. Honey. Oh, he's so beautiful. Yeah. Here he comes. Come here, honey. The birds are like, nope.
Yeah, I bet you got something.
Cool. Birds gotta eat. Okay. Okay. So this is the wrecked ring pour, and that's the non-wrecked ring pour with less turquoise in it and more Payne's gray. I love this. I love how this is, to me, it looks like some sort of pretty exotic flower or something. I don't know, maybe a fish. Really pretty though. I love how that's spread out, and I love how you see the wreck there, and then in here also. Very cool. Very pretty. That one's going to dry beautifully too, I think. This one I am in love with. Let me move this over so you can see that one in sun. Look at how pretty. Just beautiful. There's a lot of the burnt orange in there. We see the gold, we see the turquoise, you see the Payne's gray. We've got this other really cool color, like a bronze happening from the burnt orange and I guess the Payne's gray together. Very pretty though. I really like this one. Okay, so this was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. This was Sedona, take 2 with the wreck and the non-wreck. And they look nothing like the original one. So, well, I mean, sort of does. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I will show you both of these when they're dry. Okay, so this is a couple days later. Mostly dry. This turned out so neat. I love these really, really stretched out lines from the ring pour. And there's the wreck. I think this part is definitely my favorite part. With these like ghosty flames. I love that edge though. So pretty. So that one turned out pretty cool. No bugs, no cats landing in it. Anyways, I will show you the other one. Hang on. Okay, So this is the one that we did not wreck the ring for. 12 by 12. This one turned out really, really pretty. A little darker than I had anticipated, but I think that's probably from swirling it all around, doing the ring pour. But you still see the burnt orange and the gold, especially right up in here. So pretty. Beautiful. So that one's pretty neat too. So those are the two of them, the wrecked and the non-wrecked. Very neat. Really trips me out how different two paintings that are the same palette can be. I don't even know if you can see anything. I could barely see, I'm sorry. Anyways, well, this was a cool experiment. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. There's the other little one. Let's see if I can get them both in the same. There we go. Haha. So that was pretty cool. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. This one sort of looks like a fish or a flower. Or, I don't know. Very pretty though. I like that really. I like the right there. That's the cool stuff. Yay. Very cool. Sorry, I get excited. And this is the one with more gold. We have no sun today. I'm sorry. Whoa. But there's an angry animal in the tree. Okay. Alrighty. This is so pretty. This sounds stripey too. Very cool. Lots of metallic in this one. Lots of gold in there. It's pretty neat. Okay, guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me. I will see you for the next one. Have a great day.